Hey guys, it's Sara Oehler with Softlex Company here again for my latest jewelry making video. I am shooting this live. I'm going to be opening a magical mystery bead box from our friends at Jesse James Beads. This is their latest box that they just came out with in their subscription series that they do. You can sign up for multiple boxes at a time, and it can be quite handy. And I'm shooting from my backyard again here at home, so there may be some neighborhood noises, as you can imagine, but just try to block those out and we'll get busy making some stuff here. It's a gorgeous day here in California, obviously end of summer day, so it's still kind of warm. I lost my notes because the breeze blew them away, so I'm going to go grab those. But in the meantime, let me turn you down and you can take a look at the bead mix that we just launched last week, which there are actually only 4 of these left. So I'm just going to turn you down here and get you a little more, see if I can get you a little more organized so you can see things. Oh, I'm really up close today. Okay, so let me grab my notes and let me know if you can hear me okay, because I am outside. I'm probably talking a little quieter than I normally do, and I want to make sure you can hear me. Okay, we're gonna pin down my notes so that doesn't happen again. Oh, get comfy cozy here. Can everybody hear me okay today? So these are our Unicorn Sparkles bead mix that we launched last week. I believe we only had 4 left. Let me look at my notes and see what I said. 4 of them left last time I checked. We're totally out of the Unicorn Sparkles bead strands. So those were all purchased and given away in the last week. We actually oversold them last night on accident with a syncing issue on our website. So those of you that ordered late last night, you'll be hearing from James with a different option. But at any rate, we've only got 4 of the bead mixes left, so if you really loved this kit and didn't get a bead mix or wanted a second bead mix, now would be the time to go ahead and order those on the website, because they are going to probably be gone fairly soon, and it's just such a pretty combination. It doesn't surprise me that they sold out so quickly. So only 4 of those left. We're about 75% sold out on our Golden Gate kit for next month. And if you've never done one of our design challenge kits, they're really fun. It has everything you need to make jewelry: your findings, your crimps, your beads, your wire, you know, pretty much everything you can imagine needing, except for the tools. And you just need basic tools like crimping pliers and cutters. Maybe round nose and chain nose if it's craft wire in the kit. So just some basic jewelry making tools and you're on your way. So we'll open this one next month. It's the last Wednesday of next month, and we will be designing with that. And a couple more notes on Unicorn Sparkles, the full kit. We have a video going online today on a YouTube channel called Orchid and Opal, and I think one of my coworkers will be able to post a link to that. I don't know if she's posted it yet. She's supposed to post it sometime today. She's going to unbox the kit, which is sold out, but you can still buy the next one, which will be a little bit different, but still similar. And she's going to unbox the kit this week, and then next week she is going to be doing a design with that kit. So you can see a whole other option of what somebody would make with the kit. Nile did one, I did one, and now you'll be able to see what she'll do. And then Kristen did one with the bead mix on Monday. So lots of options and things to look at, which is super fun with Unicorn Sparkles. So you have a lot of good content to work with for this particular kit, which is pretty fun. And a big thank you to Jesse James Beads for showing the kit yesterday on their Facebook Live, and she just unboxed it, but that was really great of them. And what I'm going to do today with their mystery magical mystery box as well. I'm going to go ahead and start opening it so we can take a look. I'm really close up to the camera today, but sometimes that's kind of nice because you can see things really well. So I'm gonna go ahead and leave it that close. So their theme, they do a monthly theme just like we do, and their monthly theme for August 2019 was Late Summer Romance, which is so beautiful. And then they always put a list of what's in the box, which is so smart. We're starting to get smarter about that and thinking about having a list, but maybe just online. So we've got a list of everything that is going to be included in this kit. It looks like they might even have a project that's already put together in this kit. So let me open it up and we'll take a look. I don't know if these are still for sale. I assume that she has an overrun of them and that they're for sale on their website, which is jessiejamesbeads.com. But I can't say for sure. And you can also find them on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at jessiejamesbeads. And you can even hashtag it or take a look at what other people are making with this kit by searching for hashtag magical mystery bead box. Oh, and they've got a great offer here. Buy one, get one free bead strands with code SUMMER. Limit one free strand per customer, and your offer ends 9/25/19. So that's still good for a couple weeks if you want to take advantage of this awesome offer that's in here. And when I say bead strand, this is what I mean. This is a bead strand from Jessie James Beads. So they do beautiful strands, and there's lots of options on their website that you can check out. So we've got our bead strand here from the box, which is gorgeous. We've got a little package of what look like, it's a mini mix of just like little spacer beads, and it has some Swarovskis in there too, which is fun. Some purples and grays and metallics. They've got a little bag of tassels. We always love tassels. A couple of clasps in 2 different colors, which is handy. And we've got the Summer of Love bead mix, which has kind of a metallic option on top, and then some beautiful, gorgeous beads. I love this colorway. It's like a really pretty, like going into fall color, but with just that touch of pink in it. It's just so pretty. Definitely right up my alley. Let's see, we've also got the Love Potion number 9 bead mix, which has 2 really beautiful sort of tanzanite colored beads in it. I like that. Got some chain. They're gold chain with some little like check gloss looking guys in 3 different colors. And what's this? That was my first thing I wanted to ask. What is this? Make these romantic whisper earrings with a special tutorial. And you can find the tutorial on their blog, which is jessiejamesbeads.com/blog. And it looks like it's a little kit of materials. And then you can find the actual tutorial for it on their website. Look at this guy. That's too much. They are so funny. Okay, so let's get underway and make something ourselves here. I tried to pull some wire and things that I could work with. And I think I will work on, I definitely want to do a really pretty pair of earrings. I want to do them in silver if possible. Might be trickier than one would think here. Let me open up this one. Oh, this bead strand silver. Might be able to do something with that. And I'll open up this as well. I want to do silver because I have my wig jig out and I want to make ear wires for it. I had a feeling I might not have ear wires in here and that this would be a great opportunity to use the Delphi and the Super Pegs to show you guys ear wires. So let me dump this. And give you a closer look of that really cool bead mix. This one was called Summer of Love. I know, lots of choices for sure. Yeah. Okay, so let's make a little space. I'm really in love. I'm sad this has a gold top on it, and maybe I'll use it with a gold ear wire that I already have made. But look at these tassels in here. Let me pull those out to look at because they are so pretty. Look at how pretty that is. Those little beautiful pink petals. So pretty. I'm in love with those. And then I also really like these big purple guys. Those are really pretty. Very nice. Ooh, I can use these little baubles. They have a silver top on them. And find something in here. I really like this pink coloring. It's so pretty. Reminds me of our pink tourmaline, which could be really, really pretty. Trying to decide what kind of earring I feel like making today. Maybe I will just focus on this with the pink and use the pink in the wire. It's always good if you're making earrings to make sure you have enough beads for both earrings. I can't tell you how many times I make an earring from like a project kit like this and then I realize there's not enough beads for both earrings, and that's such a bummer. So always try to lay out both earrings at the same time and then you know you've got what you need. Oh, these are really pretty too. These ones. I like how these are like a matte finish. They're not like super shiny, which is kind of just, I don't know, they're really pretty, really gorgeous. Maybe we can try one on either side. Let me get my pink wire. I was thinking of this pink tourmaline. I took a peek in the box just to see kind of what the colors look like, and I could tell there was some really beautiful pinks in there. So I pulled out the pink tourmaline as an option. I also could imagine spinel would be really fun. It's a little bit more on the red side, but you could match this really soft pink with it, and it would be really, really pretty. So I'm going to just pull out a little bit of wire. This is of course our Softflex beading wire in our 0.019 inch diameter, or 0.48 millimeter. If you live internationally, you probably look at the millimeter size. We call it medium just to keep it really simple, and it's our all-purpose for glass, mineral, and metal beads, so you can mix and match lots of different types of materials on this wire, and it's really strong and it can handle the abrasion of all those different kinds of materials, but it's also still fairly thin, so it can fit like a size 14 seed bead once through, you know, just once, but it'll fit really small seed beads, 80% of freshwater pearls, so it just has like a lot of flexibility to it, pun intended. It's not only flexible in that you can really move it and it's going to drape really nicely, but it has a lot of flexibility in what you can do with this particular diameter. Okay, so I'm going to trim off some wire. It's so good to be back with all of you guys. I really have missed you. I will be back to my normal shenanigans probably on Wednesdays for a little while, but I'm thinking about changing to Tuesdays, possibly, because it'll be just a little easier of a schedule with my family. So I am thinking about that. You're forewarned, it might switch to Tuesdays. But you can always watch it on replay if Wednesday is the day that you're, most capable of watching. Oh, I also forgot to mention we started a new sale today. We're doing a sale on our bulk wire. So you can buy our wire not just in the 10s and 30-foot spools that you normally see. We also carry 100-foot spools and 1,000-foot spools. So if you have a particular color like satin silver even, or any of our beautiful colors that we offer and you want a bigger spool, you can get 30% off of it this week if you're a hobbyist. And if you're a professional designer that has sent in their tax information, you can get an extra 7% off on top of your normal designer discounts this week with coupon code LUCKY7. Okay, so let's get down to business. I'm going to grab my crimps out. So I've got my crimp container here. I'm looking for my silver crimps, since I'm doing silver. Up some crimps, and I'm thinking about making like a teardrop shape today. So I'm just going to grab my bead stopper and go ahead and stopper one end. And if you've never used these, it's just a spring, holds onto the wire. If I pull on this, it's not going to come free real easily. And then I can start stringing my beads onto the wire. Hi, Pamidge. Hi, Sue. I know there's some really pretty colors. Really pretty colors. Okay. So we've got this going on. We can do a couple things. We can secure this so that these beads don't move around by crimping on either side. I kind of like, since it's a bauble, I kind of like for it to have a little bit of movement to it, so I think I'm going to leave it in this case. I'm just going to take the two ends of the wire and go ahead and string a 2x2 millimeter crimp tube on the wire. These are our Softflex crimp tubes, so they're very thick and strong and perfect for a project like this. And this particular one appears to me like it's a sterling silver crimp tube, which you can find on our website. And you can actually get 30% off of bulk crimps too, which I think is a 250 count package. So if you find you're going through a ton of these crimps doing projects, that might be a really good sale for you to take advantage of and just bulk up for the holidays coming up. You'll probably be making a lot of things, so it's a good time to buy a big spool of wire and a bunch of crimps so you're prepared. So now we can kind of play with the proportions. If you pull on this one here, it's going to make the bottom smaller, and that obviously isn't going to work with these particular beads. If you want to make it bigger again, you just kind of pull down and you can sort of play around. I think this particular earring has a lot of beads, so it's going to look better a little bit bigger. And then if you want to change the top, again, you just pull on this little tail and it'll make it smaller or bigger. There's a couple options for crimping. I think I'm going to crimp with our regular crimping pliers today, and then I'll do a crimp cover just to mix it up a little bit. Sometimes I like the look of a crimp cover when it's just a little bigger. This is a 2x2 crimp, so I'm going to use a 3mm crimp cover. So it'll be bigger than if I use the magical crimpers, which you guys are pretty used to seeing me use, which take that 2x2 crimp and make it into a round bead. So I'm going to use regular crimping pliers. You can also find these on our website. They've got two holes. This hole here has a little tooth, and this hole here is completely round. I'm going to use the one with the little tooth first, and let me kind of get in there close enough that you can hopefully see. I'm going to compress a little divot into my crimp tube, and then I'm going to turn it on its side, and I'm going to compress it again, and it sort of folds it together into a tight little bundle. I'm just going to go around it, tightening it down so it's nice and round and smooth. Once it's all connected, I can go ahead and trim off these tails by coming in with the flat side of the cutter to the crimp on both sides. Ta-da! Perfect. And then we're going to do a crimp cover. I'm going to go back to my little magic box here. It looks like I'm almost out of silver crimp covers. I'm going to get 2 of those out because I know I'm making 2 earrings today. And pop that down here. So the crimp covers, I used to just do it with crimping with chain nose pliers, but over the years people have talked me into using my crimper because it's just easy because it's already out, and it has this little rounder in the front that I can kind of hold on to that crimp cover and keep it, you know, facing straight out so it can kind of munch onto my earring. I'm going to slide this up. Let me make sure I'm in view here. Slide it over and then just gently close it. The trick with crimp covers is they tend to twist if you're not careful, and you want the 2 ends to meet each other sort of exactly. And then I like to just do like a little tuck on this side and then just a little tuck on this side. Man, I love shooting these videos outside because I feel like you guys can see this so much more clearly in this nice bright outdoor light. I'm gonna probably have to do this more and sacrifice having background noise because it's super nice to be able to show it so clearly. So then you've got just that little fold over, and when you turn it around, you've got a cute little earring. Now we're going to make the ear wire to go with it. And I haven't made one on a Delphi in like, oh God, years. We used to carry the wig jig Delphis forever, as long as I've been with Softflex, which is 20 years this year. And Wig Jig went out of business last year by choice. They wanted to retire. And so they're, I'm going to just move these beads aside. Their patent was sold to Beadsmith. So Beadsmith is now the distributor of the Wig Jig Delphi. And so we have it back in stock again, which is fantastic because it's a great product. It's made out of an acrylic that is just like an airplane window. It's very strong, very, very durable, and fantastic. The most fantastic thing about it is it's see-through. So you can actually draw a pattern and make that pattern time and time again. And there's tons of patterns online that you can find still, I'm sure. We're going to be making quite a few over the next few months as we go into the holiday season for this jig. And yeah, and you can just put the pattern right underneath it, and usually they have like a number guide that will show you which way to go. So yeah, so really fun. So I made my earring, for those of you that are just joining me, using the Magical Mystery bead box from Jesse James Beads. It's this month's late summer romance package. And now I'm going to make an ear wire on the wig jig, which you can find on our website here, for my earring. So these jigs come with a little package of metal pegs, and I'm just going to open that up. We have extra pegs on our website that you can purchase as well. We have, I believe, more of these little metal pegs, but we also have the large super pegs, and we'll be getting in the smaller super pegs too. Oh, good. Lydia says the noise isn't that noticeable. Well, it totally depends on what's happening in my neighborhood, too. You know, if like someone decides to mow their lawn at the same moment I'm doing the video, or, you know, the dogs start barking or whatever. It's just, you never know what's going to happen outside. It's not as controlled as inside. But I think it's worth it for the clear image that you can get. It's really nice. So this is just going to slide up, and these super pegs, there's 3 of them in the package. They're the same size as those little metal pegs, and these are perfect for making ear wires. But like I said, we'll have some smaller ones as well coming in to work with. I'm going to make like a big old ear wire using this guy. So I'm just going to slide that right into the center here. I'm going to slide a peg here for my loop, and then I'm going to make a nice long one. So I'm going to put this like maybe down here. And that's the fun of the wig jig, is you get to make up your pattern. If you love it, you can make it over and over and over again, and it's going to make that same pattern consistently, which is super nice. I'm going to use some of our Soft Flex craft wire, of course. It's our non-tarnished silver plated in our 20 gauge. So what that means is this is a copper wire in the center. It's plated in sterling silver, and then it's coated in a polyurethane coating that keeps it from tarnishing or changing colors. It also makes it hypoallergenic. Same with our Soft Flex. It's also hypoallergenic because there's no metals exposed to your skin. So I'm going to unroll it. You can see it's a little kinky from sitting around in my bag. So I just take out my sweet nylon jaw pliers here, and I can pull that wire clean. I'm just going to pull it a few times just to make sure there aren't any dents or bumps in the wire. And then I usually start off my ear wire by just trimming with the flat side of my cutter here so it's nice and flat. And then I can go ahead and make my first loop. I was going to test out, I wanted to see how small these are compared to the loop right. I think these are going to be handier when it comes to the Olympus size than the Delphi. Although we don't need to make the loop quite that small because that is where we're connecting the earring, so I can keep that in mind too. But I'm going to go ahead and just start here at the top of my round nose plier and make a simple loop. Gary at Wig Jig used to call this the P loop. It looks a little bit like a P. And you want to go ahead and make sure it goes all the way over to your wire. And then I'm just going to slide that loop onto my jig, and then rather than winding it myself with the wig jig, you always want to just smoothly turn the jig and let it make the shape for you. I'm sure a lot of you out there have these jigs too from when we closed them out, so it's going to be super exciting and fun for us to make things with them this coming year. I'm very excited to have them back in stock. And then you can just cut it off wherever you deem appropriate. And I'm using the 20 gauge, but you could definitely go up to 28 gauge, or I'm sorry, 18 gauge, which is a little bit thicker. 20 gauge is nice for me because I feel like it fits through my ear just a little bit more easily, but 18 gauge is totally appropriate too. I'm going to slide this off, and I've got my awesome earring shape. And to work harden that, I'm going to use a tool called a wire whacker. I'm going to move all these beads out of here because I don't want to accidentally whack anything that's not supposed to be whacked. So the wire whacker is like 2 nylon slabs, almost like a big, huge, thick cutting board. And all you do is you take, I usually would make both ear wires and do it at the same time. You don't have to do just one. And then you put it on the slab, and you just literally do a little whacking here, and that helps to work harden the metal universally throughout the whole ear wire, and or whatever piece you're making on the Delphi. And then you've got, yeah, something that's just like a little more substantial. It's not going to mar or tarnish the coating of your wire. It's very gentle on the wire, but it does make it so it's just a little bit more stiff, and it's going to stay in that shape. So I might have gotten just a little big on my ear wire, but these are super fun, and I'm definitely going to try them out and see how they fit in my ear. So I'm just going to open this up. You could use your chain nose, would probably be a better. I'm always showing it the way I do it, which is just whatever's near my hand. But it is more appropriate to use a chain nose plier. Open up your little ring that you made and then slide this on. So this is great for making ear wires for the holiday season because craft wire is hypoallergenic. You don't have to worry about people having allergies, and it's a lot more affordable than your standard sterling silver or gold filled, which some people are allergic to. So one last step that I don't have the tool for, it seems like I never have it when I make an ear wire, is a burr cup, which we also sell on our website, and it'll just file down the end of the of this wire so it's nice and smooth when it goes through your ear. And Lydia and I are on the same wavelength. She says, don't forget the burr cup. Yeah, the burr cup is important too. So this is just one shape of peg, and if you change the shape of the peg, my husband's sneaking out. Good luck, honey. Love you. Okay, so I've got my smaller peg here. It's gonna be just a little bit smaller. So let's make the same one just so we can see what it looks like. Let me see here. I don't think we have a ton of these super pegs left on the website, but we are placing an order soon. So if they happen to sell out, don't despair. We will have more again at some point. And you can also change, like, this doesn't have to go right next to it. Like, you can make it longer if you want to. That's the fun of this, is you get to make your own unique design. And then you can recreate it over and over. So here is a different version using a smaller peg and making it longer. And we'll go ahead and work hard on that as well. So you can definitely play around with it, make the shape that you like best, and it can be super fun to do. So we made a super fun pair of earrings today. We used all sorts of different parts and pieces from the Magical Mystery Box, which was awesome. Thank you, Jesse James Beads, for sending me that. We do have some of our new kits still available. We're about 75% sold out. And I do have some really interesting things to tell you about for videos that are coming up this week. Nile is doing his Patagonia kit, and he started it off yesterday on his Silver Silk Facebook page. You can check out that video there. He's going to be doing a video for us on our Facebook page next week, next Tuesday, so I want you to check that out. Orchid and Opal, like I said, on YouTube, has a video uploading today for Unicorn Sparkles. And tomorrow there's a live premiere on our YouTube station for James Browning using craft wire. I'm not sure what he made this week, but it's always fabulous. So he will be there. You guys will have to help me. I think live premiere time is 2 p.m. Pacific. If you want to join him, you can ask questions while the video is going. So that's really helpful and handy. Kristen will be back live on YouTube on Monday. I think she's on at 12 p.m. Pacific. And of course, Nile on Tuesday, and I'm back Wednesday with a live sale next Wednesday here on the Softflex Facebook page. So we we've got so much going on for you guys, so much new content. It's blowing my mind. And then, of course, Thomas is just blasting it on our blog. So many good articles that he's been posting and working on. Some of these articles he's working on for days upon days. He has a really fantastic article coming up about a museum piece. They strung beads on the outside of a museum using soft wax, and it's this huge thing that you can see outside of a museum, I think in Houston, and they just completed it. So he's got a fantastic article. He's been working with the artist on it to describe the process and why they used soft wax and who created it, because it was thousands and thousands of beads. So it's going to be really, really cool to see. And then he just posted a great article about a group in Kansas City. I believe they're a hospice or a hospital, and they take donations for extra beads, wire. We send them a lot of wire, and then they use the materials to make jewelry and then give it back to the organization that they work for. So that's another great article to look out for. So that's it from me. I hope you guys are having a fantastic Wednesday. Definitely go to our website, check out our great deals for unicorn sparkle bead mixes. And only 25% left of these, which these are going really fast this time, faster than usual. So I don't know that they'll be around by the video date. So if you want one, make sure you grab one as soon as possible. We're going to have to probably up those numbers again because we're getting a lot of people joining us, which is fantastic. So thanks again. Talk to you guys all later. Goodbye from my beautiful backyard in California. And go visit our website sometime today, www.softflexcompany.com.